Today, this video is for you ladies. Now, some of you might be taking the weight loss drug Ozempic, but I bet you did not know that this drug had this particular side effect. Long gone are the days where people would go to the gym, and this goes for men and women, to be honest, where people would go to the gym and do, aerobics. They would get on the treadmill, do calisthenics, push-up, sit-ups, lift weights and stuff like that, which is still being done for the hardcore person that wants to keep it with their health. But for people that's just trying to lose weight, they're not putting in the work like that anymore because there are various shortcuts to losing weight nowadays. Of course, you have surgeries, people getting tummy tucks and getting, fat taken out of places and things like that and put in elsewhere, like the BBLs and things like that, fat transfers. And there are countless ways to take shortcuts to lose weight now. I mean, this drug right here that you see on your screen from the New York Post, I believe this started out as a way to curb, high blood pressure or diabetes, something of that nature. The same way Viagra started out. It was a way to, open blood flow, in which it did open blood flow, just not to the heart. It went to other places, right? And most of you men know about that. I do myself. However, there are side effects to all of these medications that people are taking now. And like I told you ladies in the introduction, the short introduction, I bet that you did not know. Some of you might experience this, some of you might not have, I don't know. But I bet you didn't know that this drug Ozempic had this type of side effect, did you? But I didn't know it either, to be honest with you. I saw it a few days ago and I got to bring it to y'all. And the men too, just if you know a lady that's taking this and she might not be experiencing this, you might want to warn her about this. And if you're a lady, I hope you're not experiencing this, okay? As you can see here for the New York Post, Ozempic vulva is making women look aged and droopy down there. Wait a minute, where is it?
Damn.
This is a failure. I mean, this is droopy and aged. Now, this is the one place that women probably does not want to look aged because it could definitely be a confidence destroyer. I mean, of course, women look older as they lose weight. Gravity starts to take over with, the skin that's left over that doesn't have a lot of weight there anymore, things like that. But losing the shape and the fullness down there, man, that's gotta be a tough one. Let's read this article and find out how this condition is taking place. They dropped and then they dropped. Ozempic and other GLP-1 drugs have become extremely popular for their ability to manage type 2 diabetes symptoms and spur weight loss. Now, by the way, there's some of the people are experiencing diabetes, some of them aren't. All right. And real quick, never mind. A recent study found that about 4% of Americans took these meds last year. As GLP-1s have become widely used, there has been a corresponding increase in awareness of the potential risks and side effects. Add another one to the list, Ozempic vulva or Ozempic vagina. Now, there are a lot of side effects to this. Right now, let me check this side effect out real quick. Women on weight loss drugs warn of surprise Ozempic babies. Now, what's going on here is that you're not having babies because of Ozempic. What's happening is that it's widely known that women that are bigger in size, they're not having children as much. Some, okay, because of their weight is negating their reproductive processes, right? But once they lose weight, then those reproductive processes that were slowed down because of their weight automatically speeds up a lot. And so now they're losing weight, they're becoming more prone to having children. So it's not because of the Ozempic per se, it's because of the weight loss due to the drug that's having them take this stuff. Also, the statistics about women and weight loss, okay? Women make up a larger portion, 59.9% of users being female compared to 40.5% of males. So there are many more women taking these weight loss drugs than men. And I believe all these statistics in the description box. All right, now back to the article. Ozempic vulva or Ozempic vagina.
Wow.
The rapidity of weight loss can cause visible skin sagging, laxity, and wrinkles throughout the body, Dr. Cheryl Ross said, an OBGYN in Santa Monica, California, and author of Sheology and Sheology, the sequel, told Health Central. Quote, all areas of the body can show visible skin changes in response to the significant weight loss, she added, including the lower belly, pubic mons, and inner and outer labia. Okay, yes, the lower belly. Of course, things are going to sag, like I said before. And, well, I guess the fullness that you had down there because of your weight is going away. And so that is also going to change, right? The vagina is surrounded by 2 sets of lips. Sorry for the biology lesson. Most of you men already know what I'm talking about, and you women definitely know this. Surrounded by 2 sets of lips or folds of skin. The labia majora are the outer, larger folds, while the labia minora are the inner, smaller folds. They extend from the mons pubis, the rounded fatty area over the pubic bone. Some GLP-1 users have complained that their weight loss has led to a decrease in the volume of their labia majora, causing it to appear deflated or aged.
Weird.
Yes. Your private parts, ladies, could also see a change because of the weight loss. Now, I know there's things you can do. You can get rejuvenation processes. I've seen or heard of women getting some type of Botox or something down there to fill it back up, if you will. I don't know how you can do that naturally, but I'm sure there are ways around this, but they will cost money. If you've made it this far in the video and you're still here, thank you again for your viewership. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell, that way you can be notified whenever I go live or drop new content. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, please do so by hitting the Cash App $ Mr. Normie. And you can also go to my Ko-Fi page, ko-fi.com/workingmanmg. Also, I'm trying to build a community on Locals. So if you would, go please check out my Locals page and you can join for just $5 a month. You can post and we can build a community of like-minded working men over there. Thank you for your time. Now back to the video. Labia puffing may help. The procedure restores volume and fullness to the labia majora via dermal filters or fat grafting. Okay, so I guess they're going to take some stuff from one part of your body and put it down there to, make it full again, if you will. Full. Quote. Dr. Michael Tahiri, a board-certified OBGYN in LA, notes on his website that the fillers used in labia puffing are comparable to facial filters. The tiny injections can last up to 8 months a session and don't require recovery time. So this is something most like Botox that you'll have to get done time and time again to keep the shape that you are looking for. With fat grafts, doctors inject small amounts of fat from the patient's thigh, abdomen, or elsewhere in the body into the labia. Quote, the benefit of this treatment is that it does not pose risk of rejection because it uses the patient's own fat. Tattery wrote, the fat is easily reabsorbed by the body over time. Labiaplasty to reshape the labia and vagina tightening to restore firmness to the vaginal cavity. The vaginal canal may also provide relief. Yes, indeed. Dr. Justin Perrin, a specialist plastic surgeon in Australia, said he fielded a surge in vagina rejuvenation consultation appointments as the GLP-1 drugs have grown in popularity. Quote, I personally see these requests several times a week, Perrin told the Daily Mail. Other unusual side effects of the GLP-1 drugs, which suppress the appetite by mimicking a hormone in the body naturally produces after eating, includes Ozempic finger, Ozempic breast, Ozempic face, and Ozempic butt. Nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea are among the most common consequences of these meds. Yes, indeed, if you're taking them, please use caution and make sure you are using them per the instructions. Let's watch this article right here and listen to what this lady has to say about the side effects of the GLP-1 drug, aka Ozempic. Fair use.
Wegovy have quickly become some of the most popular medications in history, with more than 1 in 8 Americans having tried them. Their popularity has been driven, in large part, by celebrities like Oprah, Kelly Clarkson, and even Elon Musk, who've all admitted to using the drugs to slim down.
Now, a big one was Oprah a few months ago because a lot of people, because I think she was actually one of the faces of the weight loss company Weight Watchers, and then she took this stuff and then she caught backlash. Also, Lizzo, she said she did it in the gym, but I believe she took Ozempic too, and she's actually also catching backlash. And by the way, can we just finally admit that, you know what, being heavy set is cool, especially for women now, because like I said before, many people have said this, all right, body acceptance only works for women, not for men. A lot of women champion this stuff only to get a health scare, or they want to look a certain way later on in their life, and so they lose weight. And when they leave the body positivity movement, then they get shamed. But it happens all the time.
While you might be familiar with these as weight loss drugs, some GLP-1s, like Mounjaro and Ozempic, were actually first approved to treat type 2 diabetes. Medications like Wegovy and Zepbound, meanwhile, were originally greenlit for obesity. Some of these drugs are semaglutide-based, which is an active ingredient that mimics the GLP-1 hormone naturally released in the gut in response to eating. Others are based on tirzepatide, which mimics two hormones and might be more effective for weight loss. Now, it's time to talk side effects. Most are familiar with the common ones like nausea, vomiting, and constipation, but there are some exciting ones you might not have seen coming. A recent large-scale study revealed that GLP-1s lower the risk of 42 health outcomes across 175 diseases and medical conditions. One of the most groundbreaking findings is that GLP-1s can actually be helpful in treating addiction and even substance use disorders.
Now, I didn't know these weight loss drugs can be used to actually fight addictions. I mean, I haven't seen that yet, but I mean, if so, I mean, cool.
Anybody else kick the wine habit now that they're on a GLP-1 medication?
It's what helped me get sober, and I will forever be grateful for this medication for doing that.
The drugs were also found to help with blood clotting, seizures, and certain cardiovascular issues like heart attacks and stroke. Perhaps the most surprising finding is that despite previous fears to the contrary, GLP-1s could actually have an antidepressant effect. But it's not all.
Okay, can I say something? Because all these things, to me, are side effects of losing weight. You're happier, you're lighter on your feet, you're more active, you feel better about yourself physically, which makes you feel more better about yourself mentally and emotionally. Can we just say that I don't think any of these good side effects that she's talking about are actually a result of the drug. They are a result of the weight loss. You see what I mean? A lot of people want to put these side effects sometimes on the drug. And in this case, I mean, a lot of cases like, some of these head meds, yeah, it might be because of the drug itself, right? But I think in this case, the Ozempic is helping you lose weight. And with you being, lighter, being thinner, and not just being thinner, just not be having the weight that you had, being smaller in general, is giving them a confidence and a happiness in their life that they didn't have when they were bigger. Not to say that they weren't happy when they were bigger, but they're more happier now that they lost some weight. Just a thought.
Sunshine and rainbows. Take Amy Schumer, for example. The comedian and actress dropped 30 pounds after trying Ozempic, but the drug's side effects were so severe, she had to stop using it.
I tried Ozempic almost 3 years ago, and I was like bedridden. I was like vomiting, and then you have no energy. But other people take it, and they're all good.
I mean, side effects do vary. I mean, I'm sure she's not the only one to have severe side effects, and everybody won't have a good side effect. This again, that long list of side effects that they always read off and they speed off at the end of the commercial, she might have been affected by those.
So
I know.
God bless them.
The same study that touts the benefits of GLP-1s also highlights some pretty serious, albeit relatively uncommon, side effects. To start, research has linked the drugs to serious conditions like pancreatitis and arthritis, which is kind of a head-scratcher considering these drugs promote weight loss and should, in theory, ease arthritis symptoms. The next is the infamous Ozempic face, in which faces appear gaunt after rapid fat loss. This same phenomenon has been found in other parts of the body, leading to what's been dubbed Ozempic butt, Ozempic boobs, and even Ozempic fingers.
Breaking news! Ozempic, the weight loss drug, has been shown to create Ozempic butt or Ozempic face, where your skin just gets super loose and flabby.
But
why is this like even a condition? Everybody that loses weight rapidly has this. People that get weight loss surgeries and they get the lap bands and the stuff like that, they go to a doctor now and all that, they have the same thing. That is not a result of the drug. That is a result of rapid weight loss. You're going to lose fat in pretty much every area of your body because that your skin is going to change everywhere. including the vagina. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Perhaps the most jaw-dropping side effect of all? Ozempic babies. That's right. Some women on GLP-1s, including those previously told they were infertile, have unexpectedly gotten pregnant.
Okay, again, like I said earlier, they were infertile because they were overweight. Now that they're underweight, or they're at a healthy weight for their size, height, whatever, now that they're at a healthier weight, their hormones, their reproductive systems are kicking back in now. Now they're getting pregnant. They were infertile because they were overweight. Again, this should be common sense. But we want to put everything on the drug, and I guess that's, for obvious reasons.
I got pregnant on a GLP-1.
I am having an Ozempic baby.
I'm pregnant at 41 with an Ozempic baby.
Doctors believe this phenomenon may be linked to two factors. First, weight loss can help regulate menstrual cycles and boost fertility. Second, the drugs could reduce the effectiveness of birth control pills because they slow digestion. Something to keep in mind the next time you're trying to shed weight and get it on.
Okay, so sorry about that, y'all. A lot of common sense facts you probably already knew. In any case, for you ladies out there, Ozempic vulva. If you're taking Ozempic right now, you might want to pay attention to your lady parts because they're going to change too. And when you get the skin tightening and all that stuff, you might want to get your rejuvenation processes done as well. Okay. And with that being said, thank you for tuning in another episode of the Working Man Podcast. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury. Let me know what you think about this condition, ladies and gentlemen. Too, if you're with somebody that's taking Ozempic, you might want to be looking yourself, right? Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. You'll be out of the door, and I will see you on the next video.